agenda now. Everyone open up to the inside, the front page. Here's all the information about West Sylvan and a place for you to write your name. So I'm going to suggest that everyone use a pen, not a pencil, to write your name in your agenda now. This way we can make sure to get it back to the right person. The first part of the agenda is just all about West Sylvan. It is called the student handbook part. It's about the first 20 pages of your agenda. We're going to flip to page 3. And right here, again, we talked about the school rules a little bit earlier. They're right here. In case you forget them, you can refer to them there. The first one being dress code. As we said, Miss Bailey talked to you about dress code on page 7. If you need to check the reminders here about what the dress code is. Cell phones. Cell phones are not allowed during the school day at West Sylvan or East Sylvan. They need to be turned off 5 minutes before school starts, and they cannot be turned back on until the end of the day when the bell rings. If everyone needs to power down their cell phones before school starts, 8th graders can leave them in their lockers because they have their individual lockers. 6th and 7th graders may want to keep them on them, but they must be turned off. If a cell phone goes off or we catch you using one in any way, we will take the cell phone from you and it will go to the office, to either Louise or Carol, and you will need to sign a cell phone contract. If you get caught with a cell phone on, the contract will say that you need to drop it off at the office every morning before you go to class and pick it up at the end of the day. This is to make sure that our learning environment is quiet, focused, that students aren't being distracted by electronics. And the same is true for iPods and any other electronic devices, games, Game Boys. The next thing I'd like to point out is after the first 16 pages, that's all about West Sylvan. Then we come to page 2 and 3 in your color-coded part of your agenda. This talks about how to use your agenda, and it points out a number of things. This is a great resource for you to help you stay organized and on top of your studies this year. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. Right now I want to show you another page, and that is page 32 and 33. That's where the calendar starts for the school year. It's a monthly calendar. It's a great way for you to organize, put down long-term projects, maybe put down personal things like you have a soccer tournament coming up. So it can also help you keep on track for school. Most important pages, though, are right here. This is the real meat of your agenda. It's where you keep track of the day-to-day things. I want you to notice that it has all of the days of the week. It also has language arts, science, math, and social studies written down, and 2 extra spaces for any other classes. This is where you want to write down your assignments, what they are, and when they're due. At the bottom of the page, these are hall passes. Every day there are 2 hall passes. You will need to have your teacher sign this hall pass and date and sign it and timestamp it so that we know what time that you've been given permission to get out of class. Anytime you are out of class, when class is in session, you will need to have your agenda with you and a hall pass signed. I will be asking to see them, Mr. Jeans will be asking to see them, Miss Bailey will be asking to see them, our counselors, and Mr. Fitzwater. So please make sure you have your agenda with you. There's all sorts of places here. Your teacher can write notes to your parents. We have interesting character corner here, and we also have a quote on almost every page and little places for notes. If you learn to use your agenda as a middle schooler, it will really keep you on track for success in middle school and beyond. It's a great place to get organized.
Hi, Miss Boyce. It's lunch. What do we do?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
You having a good day?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So at lunch here, we have a couple different options. You have 34 minutes and you can do a couple different things. One is eat and the other is recess. We have a hot lunch room where you can buy lunch. We have a cold lunch room where you can take your lunch if you bring it. And then you can also take your lunch outside and eat in the picnic area outside, which is always great on a nice day. And for some kids, they just like to run out the door eating and then just keep running for the whole recess. So you kind of have little options, and some people can go to the library on some days. Right now the library's closed during lunch, but in a few days it'll be opening up and you can get a library pass. Right now I'll just show you about the hot lunchroom, okay?
Okay.
All right. So notice Liam and Gladys, they're walking in and they're following the arrows on the lunchroom floor. We want to kind of keep some order to the lunchroom. They come around and they stop at the line by the sign.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead and type your number, please. Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What would you like for lunch?
Can I have a peanut butter and jelly, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. And don't forget your meal and grab some fruit, please. Thank you. Next. Hi, Gladys. My name is Anna and I work at West Sylvan Cafeteria. And I wanted to let you know a little bit about how the new rules are about nutrition by the rules Ms. Obama set up for the students. So now it is required that every student gets enough vegetables and fruits. So it is required when you come through the line, you get a fruit or vegetables, and you can get both also.
How do I put lunch money on my account?
You can put money before school starts, and also you can put money when you come through the line. You just let us know that you want to put money on your account, and we will do it here. And also your parents can make payments online, mylunchmoney.com. They can do that at any time. And they can also check your account balances or what you are getting every day. But you can come anytime and make payments here. You can pay cash or checks. With mylunchmoney.com, they receive credit cards also.
Hey, come on in. I see you have your lunch. If you brought your lunch, you can sit in here and eat. The rules are pretty much the same in here as in the other cafeteria. You need to sit and eat your lunch. Once you're done, your options are going outside, or if you have a library pass, you can go to the library. Otherwise, you can stay in here as long as you're talking quietly and things are going well. If they're not, I have to ask you to leave. All right? Okay.
Oh, looks like I had a good lunch today.
It looks healthy.
Man, it's a beautiful day outside. I think I'm gonna eat outside.
It's okay.
Hey Liam, you gonna eat outside today?
Oh yeah.
Hey, great idea. There's lots of places that you can eat.
Sweet.
Action.
Hey, it's a beautiful day. That's a great spot to eat.
Oh yeah, it's fair.
Let me know. Hey Liam, beautiful day today, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you're eating outside, enjoying the wonderful weather. But if you could please, let's try to eat our lunch only in the grassy area over here.
Okay.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Ah, you picked a wonderful spot. Wonderful spot. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, great spot. But you know what? Like any other spot that you eat here, you clean up after yourself, please?
Yep.
Thanks. And that also goes for if you want to use the swings, all right?
Okay.
Thanks.
Sounds good.
Hey, so Liam did a great job of being an example of where you can be here outside for lunch recess. Here are some other tips. This last basketball hoop over here, that's your boundary, and it goes all the way out there to the track. There's a track that runs around the field. So please, when you go out that way, stay on this side of the last basketball hoop and inside of the track. Thank you.
You have anything to play with for the basketball?
Funny you should say. This bin right here will have a bunch of basketballs, soccer balls, footballs, a bunch of lunchtime play equipment, and you can come right in here, and this is where it should be.
Okay.
Hey Liam, when you're done playing with the basketball or soccer ball, we'd really appreciate it if you could put it back in the bin.
Okay.
Whoever took the ball out is responsible.
I am the locker guru. I am here to show you how to open a locker properly. Come on over. First number's 19, so I'm going to clear it by switching around a couple of times. Stopping on 19. Then I want to go past my second number, which is 49, and then being careful to stop right on it. Last number is 37, so straight to 37. Be careful not to pass it. And Shazam! There you go, the locker guru. One thing to remember though, watch this. Closing your locker, if you do not spin your combo, that will happen. So, you don't want your things walking away, so make sure that when you close your locker, you give the dial a couple of turns, and Shazam, she's locked for good. Thank you very much. Good morning, West Sylvan. Hey, I'm going to talk about break a little bit. So, starting the second week of school, in between second and third period, you guys get a 15-minute break. So I'm just going to talk about some expectations. First of all, you guys can come into the cafeteria and get yourself something to eat. You can grab yourself a snack, and then you can hang out with your friends. But two big important things to remember is, first, pick up after yourself. The other one is to be on time for class. So you need to listen for the warning bell and make sure that you're on time for class and you've picked up around your area. Otherwise, enjoy your break and have a great school year. But please don't walk in the halls. Teachers are getting prepared in the morning. So up until 8:45 and the first bell, please stay behind this line and respect the teachers trying to prepare for classes. You can get some studying done, things like that. But please, no roaming the halls before school starts. Thanks a lot. What's happening again, West Sylvan? Tell you about one more thing here at West Sylvan. Different than East Sylvan is that backpacks need to go in your locker. You got some fancy little hooks there that you can put your backpack. Please don't bring them to class. They are not allowed. Oh, hey there. Are you late this morning? What happened? Likely excuse. Well, come on down. You can sign in right here on the sign in and sign out sheet. So make sure that you signed in. Also, if you need to drop off a bus note, maybe you're going to a buddy's house after school, you do need a note from your parents. So go ahead and drop that in the box. Just leave it here in the morning, and then in the afternoon, pick that up. This will be right here waiting for you, and Carol's happy to help anytime you need some assistance. He's going to walk in and you can just sit at your desk.
Is it ready? Hi, I'm Carol, and I'm the school secretary and attendance secretary, and I'm here to help you. When you are absent, you need to bring a note from home, and you come to this window right here. I, in turn, write a note for you to take to your teacher. If you're ever late, you need to come right to the office, sign in on this paper right here, and usually I will give you a paper that looks like this, and you give it to your teacher. And then if you ever have to leave the building because you have an appointment or something, you also need to sign out on this form, and if you come back during the school day, you sign back in. Anyway, any questions? I'm here to help.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Roberts, and I'm the principal secretary. I take care of all of Kate's needs, and parents, and students, and staff.
So earlier in this video, we mentioned that the theme for West Sylvan this year is respect. Last year at East Sylvan, it's where kindness rules, and at West Sylvan, it's all about respect. We know that everyone comes to school or work knowing that they want to feel safe, welcome, respected, and part of a larger community.
The entire staff at West Sylvan is committed to model and give respect to all students.
To help create a positive school climate, we will focus on courtesy and respect in every class throughout the school year.
Our goal this year is to create an environment where everyone feels safe and valued.
We will explore what it means to show respect to yourself, your peers, the adults in your life, and the diversity of the world in which we live, and how it feels to receive respect in return.